Hey, purpose driven friends. Today I was having a conversation with a childhood friend. We grew up together. And she was saying to me, girl, I'm really working on living healthier and trying to make some changes, but it's so expensive. And that really led me to share what I'm about to share with you today 15 practical suggestions for healthy living on a budget. Because I too, at one point, wanted to make changes in my life, but I felt it's going to be really costly, and that really held me back for a very long time. So I want to ask you this question. Do you want to live healthier, but you think that it's too expensive? According to recent surveys and studies, and this was really alarming to me when I did this research, a lot of people find, making that change to be very expensive, and that becomes a major obstacle. As a matter of fact, almost 60% of all Americans say that the high cost of health and wellness is a major barrier to living that healthy lifestyle. And so there's this company called OnePoll. It's a marketing research company, and they showed a percentage of 68% for those who lived in cities when we think about trying to live healthy. So many people have smart homes, smart gyms, meal subscription boxes, specially delivered food to keep them on this diet plan. But I want to say to you, we don't need to do all of that. What we need to really do is try to look for healthy choices that are free or nearly free. So I'm going to share some of these ideas with you to help you to protect your waistline, your mind, and your budget. All right? So let's look at these affordable ways to stay healthy. One, what if you tried dining in? A lot of times people like to spend money on buying food because it's convenient or quick. But the thing is, those food are more filled with calories because you don't know, how much sugar, how much salt, what additives is in that food. There's extra fats and all of those in those types of food. So you want to cook at home because you have control. You can steam, you can bake instead of frying and all of that. And in the long run, you're going to find yourself healthier. All right. Number two, you want to eat more plants. This is my personal mantra. Eat things that grow and you will glow. This has been my own personal journey. When I started changing and adapting to a whole food diet, I started finding things like my hair, my skin, my mood, my memory. The transformation was amazing. So I guarantee you, if you commit to using a plant based type of diet, or really incorporating 50% of your food being plant based and then trying to build up to 75 and increase it, you're going to really see that it's often cheaper than eating a lot of meat and animal products and, incorporating more vegetables, things like lentils, beans, nuts, and seeds. All right. A third way is if you have the space, you can grow your food. That's going to be cost effective, and you're going to be able to have, that management over pesticides and things that's in your food. And so you can grow it on a windowsill. Even if you grow just some tomatoes, three other things, you're still going to save a bit by planting your own food. All right. Another thing is when you go to the supermarket, you can also shop at the freezer aisle. For some persons who are living in, cities, when we grew up, we would see our parents go to the market and they would buy food every week, fresh food. And as that food finished, they would go back, again to the market. But when you're living in cities, you may not have a farmer's market close by. And a good idea would be if time is a problem with buying fresh fruits and vegetables, you can buy capitalize on frozen. So let's say you have a bag of frozen strawberries or frozen broccoli. You can just take a handful out at a time, use what you need, and you don't have to worry about spoilage. All right. So that one I found to be really a good one for me. And for those that are busy, you're going to agree with me on that. Another good one is trying to cut down on waste. So you want to cook your meals and you can actually cook that food, freeze half of it. And actually, this was a family member I spent some time with, and I would see like they cook this pot of lentils, enjoy the lentils today, and then freeze the next half. So another time when they're going to cook another meal, you pull that lentils out. And same thing, they would have something else that was pull out. And some days it's like pull out of the freezer day. And that's a really good way to avoid any wastage by using up your leftovers and really incorporating it, in other meals as well. Let's talk about some other ways apart from just food that you can really find this healthy lifestyle to be more affordable. What about taking a walk? Walking is free, it's convenient, it's suitable for any fitness level. And the thing about it is that walking works. Well, remember when I first started working out, and today I celebrated, when I weighed, I've lost 51 pounds since I'm on my journey. Isn't that amazing? I'm going to give myself a clap. If you don't want to celebrate, that's something that I'm happy about. Because I remember chronic back pain and I had to do a 10-minute walk and come back inside. And then a 15-minute walk and come back inside because the weight, I had a lot of trouble with my knees and my back. And so as I kept walking, what happened is that those muscles started becoming stronger. And as I lost weight, all of that pain just disappeared. And so I want to encourage anyone, facing pains and feeling heavy. Walking is free. Walk on a treadmill, walk at lunchtime, walk in the night, walk in the evening, walk in the morning. Let's just walk away those palms. All right. Actually, there's actually a YouTube video that I love that it's walk away the palms. You can do 15 minutes of that every morning before you run out of the house or when you get back in, but find a way. All right. Do body weight exercises. If you invest in 2 dumbbells, guess what? You're going to have that forever. All right. And so, figuratively speaking, of course, you're going to keep those dumbbells and you can work out at home. Pull up some YouTube videos, use those dumbbells, and you strengthen your body. All right. And that's low cost gear. What about jump ropes? You can buy some jump ropes, some resistance bands, and you're able to work out. One of the things I learned actually from my sister, who she works in the fitness field, and I learned so much from her. Was every month she would try to get one item for a health journey. So it can be a water bottle 1 month. Next month it can be a resistance band. Next month it can be a skipping rope. But invest in your wellness, and it's low cost. And in the long run, you're gonna have these tools to help yourself to really get the results. Playing outdoors, that's another good one. Enjoying fresh air, just take a walk to the park. Take a taxi. Instead of taking a taxi, take a walk, right? If you have to go to the supermarket, a lot of times, we find when we are driving, we're always ready to jump in that car. But sometimes you just leave that car and take a walk if it's a block or two, because your body's going to thank you for that. You want to also check out your community resources. If there's a community center, if there's things that are there, like a gym class, an aerobics class, there may be a swimming pool. Try to see what you can get in your community. It's going to cost you less than a gym membership or some type of expensive, way of trying to get the results. You can also attend an online class. Some people have like fitness classes online. You get online, you do that Zoom class. And during the pandemic, a lot of people did that and it really did help. So that's another good way. Let me share a few more with you, a few more free ways to live healthy, sleep well. This was a big one for me, a big one to overcome. Being a person who had very poor sleep hygiene and it affected my health, I had to look, at changing something. So you want to aim for at least 7 hours sleep every night. And I'm saying if you're bad as I was, 2, 3 hours, 4 hours, get to 6. Get to 6 and then work your way up to 7 at least. All right. You want to manage stress as well because chronic tension causes inflammation and it aggravates many medical conditions. And a lot of people don't know that. I'm getting ready to start this beautiful podcast soon, and I'm just going to share so much more about that whole journey of how we get ourselves sick by poor lifestyle habits. So you want to really manage your stress and be able to pay attention to when you need to relax, take it down, unwind, and find those coping mechanisms. Another one is adjusting your posture. If you sit all the time at the television, make sure that that chair is comfortable. Make sure that you're protecting your back. You have to use your back your entire life. You have to use your knees. You have to, every part of you is important. So make sure you do that. This is another good one, weighing yourself. I find it to be so valuable to keep a scale close by and as often as you can, weigh yourself. Guess what? You can gain 22 pounds and never know if you don't practice that habit of getting on that scale and say, oh, why am I gaining? Why did I gain 5 pounds? And you're able to look at what you're eating and regulate. I often say to people, please, try to look at serving sizes when you're eating packaged food and try to look at the portion size of different foods and you're eating. We don't just be fun eaters, we want to be fuel eaters. And this was one of the big mindset change that helped me to really lose a lot of weight and stay, feeling healthy and happier. All right, so you want to step on that scale, remember, at least once a week to check and to know where you're at. Another thing is washing your hands. A lot of people take that for granted. But by doing that, you can lower your risk of respiratory infections by 20%. You can just by washing your hands. Imagine that. So wash your hands with soap and water. Remember to sing the happy birthday song and ensure that you finish the entire song. And that's going to be a good one. All right. So let me see what else is another good one. I think that is it for now. Practicing these habits is really low cost if you be honest with yourself, and it's a starting point to a great journey of a better you. Remember, God gave you a self-healing body. Commit to your transformation, and you're going to enjoy a life of purpose, being able to do what God has sent you here to do. You don't need to be sick. You don't need to die before your time. So, my friend, take care. Self-care is not selfish. God bless you.